PSE program college application. You fill that little puppy out and you bring it back to your Valley Forge counselor. Now that's going to need to be signed by a parent if you're not 18. And you give that to your counselor along with the consent for records release form. The counselor will sign off on the application. You will obtain an official transcript from the counselor like I just discussed. And then we will either mail that to Tri-C, the transcript and the completed college application, or you can walk it right over. All right, so you got your choice there. If they're hand-delivered, they need to be taken to the admissions office over there, which is office G100. It's right in the atrium. The reason I'm saying you might want to walk it over is because they won't let you take placement tests until they have the application in their hot little hand. Okay? They won't let you do a placement test. Tri-C has 3 criteria, guys. This is just Tri-C, not Cleveland State or Akron. They have different criteria, but for Tri-C, if you're going to be a 9th or 10th grader, you have to have a 3.5 cumulative GPA. If you're going to be an 11th or 12th grader, your cumulative GPA only needs to be 3.0. That's the first criteria. The second criteria is, if you're a 9th or 10th, going to be a 9th or a 10th grader, you have to take an English test and test into English 1010. That's the minimum. If you test lower than that, that's remedial and you have to do it option A. And you also have to place into Math 1200, which is intermediate algebra. You have to meet all 3 of those criteria, unless once in a while they change their mind over there, and that's what drives me crazy. But they usually stick closely to that when you're going to be a 9th or a 10th grader. Also at Tri-C, if you pass all those 3 criteria, once in a while, if you're really close to passing, if you don't pass all 3, but you're really close on one of them, they will still let you do PSEO, but that's up to them, guys. It's not up to us. We have nothing to do with them accepting you into the program. You've got to understand that. If you're only going to be a 9th grader, you are only allowed to take 1 course over there per semester. If you're going to be a 10th grader, you can take 2 courses over there per semester. Things loosen up a little bit if you're going to be a junior or a senior. As I mentioned, when you're a junior or a senior, you only have to fulfill 2 out of the 3 criteria over there. Either GPA of 3.0 or higher, or English 1010 and or Math 1200. 2 out of 3 will get you through the door. So that's how it breaks down over at Tri-C. All right. The reason I'm stating that, guys, is number 7. You need to study for the placement tests, especially the math test. I've had kids who are in trade college algebra here that haven't even tested in intermediate algebra there. And you know why? It's not that they're stupid. They haven't had that material for a while. Percentages. That stuff was a long time ago. Because these tests over at Tri-C, if you take 1 test and pass it, then you can test to a higher level, blah, 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 blah. So some of the basic easy stuff the kids who are in the higher courses here have forgotten. So please, I gave you that website. You need to get on that website and study for these tests. All right. Then, I would like you to take placement tests by mid-April. It would be a real good idea if you went over there and you took your placement test during spring break. You don't have to make an appointment. And this information about placement testing is in the packet. It's in the Tri-C packet. You can go there. They have it open 5 days a week. It's free. You don't need to make an appointment. All you need is to have your photo ID, okay? And you take the course and you take your tests. That's the next thing you do. Now, Tri-C started something different a couple years ago, and this is going to be a little more germane for 11th and 12th graders. You can take the placement test over there or have tested ACT. They will accept ACT scores. I threw an ACT chart in there for you. For example, I keep going to the English 1010. To be either you place English 1010 at Tri-C, or if you have taken the ACT College Assessment Entrance Test and you have gotten anywhere between 20 to 24, you're in English 1010. You gotta be real careful though. If you're taking an ACT test, you have to have your score sent directly to Tri-C from ACT. You gotta call ACT if you've already taken that test and say, can you send the scores to Tri-C? Don't ask me why. Every other school accepts scores on a transcript, but Tri-C for some reason is real sticky about this. They won't accept scores from us, even in a sealed envelope. It's gotta come right from ACT. All right, moving along. This goes to placement testing, guys. You will receive the placement test scores the same day you take those tests. So, and the reason I'm telling you to see me after testing, to show me the scores, is I've been around the block so much, I will know looking at the score whether or not you're going to get into the program. And let me tell you why that's very important. We may not have our schedules done until the end of May. All right, because of the levies that are going on the ballot again. We're doing 2 different master schedules this year, and those are, I know it doesn't sound like a big thing, but it's a huge undertaking to do these master schedules. So I may not be able to start seeing students until mid-May to get my piece of what needs to be done so you can go to Tri-C next year. Because our schedules aren't going to be done, and I don't know how to rearrange stuff. So, if you take the plate, and also Tri-C might take 3 to 4 weeks to get an acceptance letter to you because they're very short-staffed over there too. So if you take a placement test beginning of May, you might not get your letter until the end of May to say that you've been accepted. Now, I cannot see 400 children in 1 week. So what I do is I've gotten creative over the years. If you come and show me your placement test score, and I know that chances are real good you are going to be accepted, I'm going to do the paperwork I need to do with you ahead of time, even before you get accepted, so you have it. So show me those scores, guys. So let's keep on going down this thing, because you might not receive that PSEO letter until the end of May. So what happens is, if you either receive your acceptance letter, or I tell you mid-May and our scheduling here is done, hey, I know you're going to get in, then you make an appointment to see me. And you can, a parent can come, and what we do is we sit down at that point and we fill out an authorization to attend form. You will get that in the mail from Tri-C, this authorization to attend form, but I always ask Tri-C to send those to me also. That means I meet with you and I actually talk to you about what do you want to take over there? What do you want to take here at Forge? What do you want to do over there? I'm going to fill out on that piece of paper courses you want to take over at Tri-C, and I'm going to sign off on it. You're going to sign off on it. I'm done with my part of it then, at which point you go to number 11 and you call Tri-C. You call Mrs. Knight. And she will schedule an appointment with you to meet with a Tri-C PSEO counselor. The day of your appointment then, you just bring that completed authorization to attend form to your meeting with the Tri-C counselor, and the Tri-C counselor will give you your college classes. And the thing you need from me, guys, is your schedule. You get the Valley Forge schedule. That's why you have to meet with me, because I try to rearrange stuff, or at least if I can, I am going to have the schedule close enough to let you know when you can take courses over at Tri-C, so you don't double book yourself. And let me tell you why this is so important, guys. Because once school is over with here, we go on vacation like you guys go on vacation. Counselors don't work during the summer. So you gotta stick to this timeline. Because if you do everything real